We continue our 21 and under games live at the Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City with this exciting clash between the second-seeded Zamboanga Sikat and the seventh-seeded Palawan Yurich Builders in Game 1 of a best-of-3 quarterfinal series matchup. Once again, this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League. And for our games today, again, we have a total of 3 D-League games, so make sure to stay tuned all of those games in our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Good evening, everybody. My name is Cholo Pangilinan, together with Coach Melo Navarro and Daphne Cristobal at the sidelines. Coach Melo, another D-League playoff action on our way.
Well, we had the privilege of covering this ball game during the elimination round, and it was a tight one para dito sa dalawang kupunan na to. And here in the playoffs, we expect them to go at it, and talagang hindi mo masasabi kung sino yung magkakaroon ng malaking advantage because both of them really knows kung ano yung advantage at disadvantage ng isa't isa, and they know how to counter it.
And certainly, again, di nga na talaga natin masasabi if we've learned anything from our previous game, even though malaki yung gap ng seedings, definitely kahit sino pwede pa rin manalo. But now first, let's talk about yung meet-up ng ating dalawang teams during that elimination period. It was way back December 1. Zamboanga Sikat winning over Palawan, only a 2-point win for them.
It was a close game indeed, and on the part of Zamboanga, they relied heavily sa kanilang inside scoring, had 48 points in the shaded area compared only to the 20 of Palawan. At Palawan naman, nagpaulan ng tres. 13 out of 42 attempts from beyond the arc and only 4 out of 16 para dito sa Zamboanga. So that story of the game, two teams going to different points of attack. Pero one thing that was constant dun sa laro na yun, talagang yung palitan ng lamang, yung palitan ng mga runs. That's something that's very interesting dito sa series na to.
And again, even though the Palawan Yurich Builders are placed at the 7th seed, the standings, the record, and the seedings don't really justify how good the team is. And that's actually the same with Zamboanga, even though they are placed the 2nd seed. It's not impossible for Palawan to beat them, and we'll see if that'll be the case for this game. But that's it for now. We'll be turning it over to Gio Cruz, our venue announcer, to start our ball game.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1, bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. We are live here at Amoranto Sports Arena, Quezon City. It's the South Division quarterfinals, game 1 of the best of 3 series, featuring the number 2 seed Sikat Zamboanga and Palawan Yurich Builders. Now let us meet the starters first. From Sikat, Zamboanga. Starting guard number 23, John Rodam. Under guard number 13, Norben Muktimar. At forward number 1, John Hopilio. At forward number 77, Lance Chena. At center number 42, Derek Cantawi. Head coach is Brit Piroma, assisted by Marvin Carrion. Team manager Omar Chua. And now let us meet from Palawan Yurich Builders. Starting guard number 24, Lance Nitura. Under guard number 2, Reggie Iron. At forward number 20, Jericho Cristino. Under forward number 11, Kurt Velasquez. And man in the middle, number 10, Aris Borja. Head coach is Jock Cleobas, assisted by General Dizon, CJ Topacio. Team manager, Red Go. Our game officials, crew chief, Nino Perez, umpire 1, Colonel Tungol, and umpire 2, Carlos Sebastian. Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Executive Director, Mr. Jan Navarro. Junior MPBL D-League Commissioner, Mr. Keith Picasso. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League Playoffs, ang liga ng bawat batang Filipino.
First quarter of this game 1 of the best of 3 quarterfinal series matchup again between the second seeded Zamboanga Sikat and the 7th seeded Palawan Yurich Builders. Palawan, starting for them is Reggie Ayon, Aris Bora, Kurt Velasquez, Jericho Cristino, and Lance Nitura. And for Zamboanga, it's Renel Hopilio, Peter de Guzman, Norben Moctemor, Daniel Condaoy, and Lance Shana. First possession of the game belonged to Zamboanga Sikat, but they turned the ball over immediately.
Miscommunication on that first possession by Zamboanga Sikat, throwing the ball over. And again, we mentioned on top of the coverage, it's 3-point shooting para dito sa Palawan against the inside game naman ng Zamboanga. So again, interesting to see kung doon pa rin sila pupunta, no? Doon sa kanilang mga usual points of attack.
First bucket of the game belongs to the Palawan Yurich Builders. Jericho Cristino, first bucket of the game.
Jericho Cristino proven to be a huge offensive weapon para dito sa panig ng Palawan. He has played solid for them.
Meanwhile, that's going to be a foul on Zamboanga. First one of this game. As we take another look at what happened right there. So again, this is a playoff game. Certainly things will look to be more physical, more intense. And again, on paper, this might look like another lopsided match. It's a 7th seed going up against a 2nd seed. But again, if we learned anything from the last games, that anything's possible. As the numbers, the rankings, the records, anything before this is erased.
Saka parehong school teams to. You would expect them to really play methodical basketball. And as I say that, kinuha sa 1-on-1 naman.
Tied up at 2. Cristino scored the first 2 points of Palawan. Palawan swings it around. Ayon, Cristino, Velasquez at the left side. Back to Cristino inside. Backing down his opponent, Hopilio. Fade away, no good. All 2. More than 2 minutes passing by in our game. Hopilio will try from deep. That's what he can do.
And Hopilio has been consistent so far here in the tournament. One guy that you want to deny that basketball pag nakapwesto na siya dyan sa deep corners.
And get a 3-point lead for the Sikat. Borja trying to find a teammate, finds Cristino up top. Picked up by Contaoy. Cristino sends it inside, but it's stolen by Moctemor. Norben Moctemor will finish in transition.
And Moctemor just outrunning everybody on that last fast break attack. Coach Bitre Roma, during the last game nila, na-mention nga niya na consistency yung hinahanap niya kay Moctemor. And so far, sinusuklian yung tiwala na binibigay ni Coach Brit.
It's good to see him in the starting lineup. Speaking of, Moctemor gets the steal. Another possession for the Sikat. Hopilio will fire. No good. They try to get it back, but it's going to the side of Palawan.
Let's take a look at this play once again. Moctemor, look at that. Winning the foot race against 2 black shirts.
7-2, 5-point lead for Zamboanga. Palawan only 1 field goal in this game, courtesy of that guy, Jericho Cristino. Ayon, out of Cristino, he'll fire for 3. In and out of that shot, put back, that's still no good from Borja. Stolen by Peter de Guzman. Zamboanga will take their time. Shena will fire from 3, and he gets it to go.
Not wasting any time. Was Shena playing trail job and knocking down that 3.
Making it an 8-point lead for the Zamboanga Sikat. As 4 minutes passes by in our first period, we'll be back.
Supposedly, it is just LeBron James Diep who will be missing today's match, but unfortunately, due to Palawan Yurich Builders failing actually to send their updated lineup before the start of the game, other players will also not be suited in today's match. Frustrations are already in there para sa side ng kanilang coaching staff, but they actually ended the huddle by saying and shouting na laban. For the other players, syempre andun yung pagiging upset nila, pero mag-cheer na lang daw sila in today's game. Let's see how they will try to still give their best dahil nga 7 players lang ang magiging suited in today's match. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that important report, as that's going to be a big deal for the Palawan Yurich Builders. Again, you're only playing 7 players in a playoff game against the second-seeded Zamboanga Sikat, who has a whole roster in their bench.
Oh, that's something that Coach Vitri Romo will take advantage of. Pero nga para dito sa Palawan, kumbaga, you have to play, you have to kumbaga, deal with what you're given. Diba, with 7 players right now, talagang na-control kung ano yung mga nasa, nasa kamay pa nila. And right now, ang mga pwede nga nilang gawin dyan is to slow the game down, diba, para hindi ma-maximize nitong Zamboanga yung takbuhan.
Perhaps that's the reason why they've only made 1 field goal so far and we're already nearing the halfway mark. Perhaps the regular rotation isn't followed. Borja will hand it off to Nitura. A lot of them will have to play extended minutes. That time, Kurt Velasquez finds an opening.
And I like that last play mula dito sa Palawan, moving that ball around, scoring off that staggered screen. And Nitura ngayon, not used to seeing him play the 2-spot, but yun nga, napipilitan sila ngayon to adjust, depende sa availability.
Shena overpowering his defenders inside.
Shena able to score a 3 earlier, ngayon naman getting a bucket inside.
Just like what you said, Coach Melo, Palawan forced to make a lot of adjustments. That's going to be one heck of a challenge for them to do that in a playoff game. Velasquez hit a 3 earlier. He'll put one up again. That's no good. Gets it back. Hands it off. Cristino, that's 2 points.
Good recovery mula dito kay Velasquez. He missed an open layup there, but good thing Cristino was there for that putback.
Moctemar. High pass, Contaoy. Back to Moctemar. Crossover. The attack. Foul will be called. I believe that's on Borja.
And a good smart move mula dito kay Moctemar. Nothing happening in their offense. And the point guard decided to take matters into his own hands. Look at that. In the land of the Giants, getting a foul and getting a trip to the free throw line.
Again, Norman Moctemar proving his worth to the Zamboanga Sikat. Able to give himself a starting spot in a playoff game. However, he'll miss that first freebie. Under 4 minutes remaining, 6-point lead for Zamboanga. Moctemar will go 1 out of 2. 7-point lead for Zamboanga. Palawan a chance to minimize it. Cristino, Borja at the elbow. Trying to find a teammate. Ball is still with Borja. Finally finds Ayon. Ayon tried to pass it, but Cristino did not cut. That's going to be a turnover, possession back to Sikat.
Yun ang nagiging challenge ngayon. They want to execute, andun yung willingness, pero minsan, most probably, itong group na to, hindi sanay na magkakasama. So yung amuyan factor na nagiging concern.
And again, the usual rotations, game plans, even the coaches have to adjust. As that time, Norben Moctemar knocks down a long bomb.
Moctemar has been solid for Coach Vitri Romo ever since he challenged him a couple of games ago. And yun yung maganda naman with his players na nagre-respond with their head coaches.
It's now a double-digit lead for Zamboanga. Inside, Reggie Ayon finding an opening.
And that speaks about the breakdown drills na ginagawa nitong Palawan. Even those guys na we rarely see play, same yung timing eh. So talagang maganda yung pagkaka-drills nila dyan sa mga backdoor cuts nila.
Opilio unable to hit the 3 rebound. Cristino. Velasquez won't waste any time. He'll attack. Finds the cutting Baldoria. Still with him. Baldoria slips to the floor as he draws a foul.
Almost an empty possession right there for Palawan, but Baldoria was able to make something out of nothing with that baseline attack.
Couple of substitutions for Coach Britt's boys. Right now it's an 8-point lead. Baldoria sends it out. Cristino finding a teammate outside. Velasquez out about the 3. Ayon puts one up. That's gonna be too late. Shot clock violation called on Palawan. (17-9). Still an 8-point lead for the Sikat. Stolen here with Jericho Cristino. At the break, Palawan. Ayon. That's gonna be another turnover for the Yurich Builders.
Oh, that one went into his feet, talking about itong si Ayon, and quickly apologized to the bench.
A minute remaining in our first period. Not the best outing so far for the Palawan Yurich Builders because of the unforeseen circumstances they've been presented with prior to the game.
Clearly, they have a different game plan, no? Different set of rotations, pero yun nga, mapipilitan sila ngayon to adjust in-game, and this is really depleted lineup for them.
Certainly mahirap na challenge yun.
Oo.
This time, Baldoria trying to find a way inside. He won't get the bucket. Nonetheless, he'll go to the line for 2 freebies.
Yun na talaga gagawin mo din, no? You're gonna look for the mismatches. This time around, it was Baldoria getting that single coverage in the baseline, and good thing for him, nakakuha siya ng foul doon.
32 seconds remaining. First one is good for Kelsey Baldoria. Let's see what Coach Jove Cleopas has in his mind.
Well, dito talaga masusubukan, no? And I don't know if you remember, a decade ago, there was this San Beda team na 6 lang yung player, pero they were able to win a ball game. So hindi rin naman imposible. Nagawa na before.
Certainly, anything is possible, rather. That time, Gamboa just adding more problems for the Palawan Yurich Builders.
Sabi ni Gamboa, pagkakataon na to, ba't ko pa hayaang makabalik sila, knowing that they don't have a lot of their key players.
If I'm not mistaken, Gamboa didn't play in their last game. It's good to see him back in action. Meanwhile, he'll try one more time. That'll be it for our first period, 20-11. Zamboanga hanging on to a 9-point lead. We'll be back for more action. Once again, this is the one and only Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Back to the action. 20-11, 9-point lead being held by the Zamboanga Sikat as we approach our second period. So far, leading the charge is Norben Moctimar with 8 points in this game, followed by Lance Shen with 5. Opilo able to hit a single 3-pointer during that first period as well. And for the Palawan Yurich Builders, no one really standing out. Only Cristina scoring the most with 4 points during that first chapter.
But all things considered, this is still a good showing para dito sa panig ng Palawan. Only down by 9 here in this game.
Let's see if Palawan able to get an upset right here. I mean, the fact that they're the second-seeded team, that's already a chip on their shoulders. Meanwhile, that's CJ Singson hitting from outside.
And Zamboanga Sikat right now looking to blow by this ball game. Yun nga yung na-mention natin kanina na the veteran coach at si Coach Vitri Roma, alam niya na may pagkakataon kaya hindi niya napalalagpasin. And good thing for him, yung mga kanyang manlalaro ay nagre-respond.
Indeed, slowly but surely, Palawan being buried with a big lead. Gamboa getting that rebound. Almost a turnover, but Sikat keeps it alive. Mendoza inside, Alejo. Outside pass again, ends up at the corner. One more try from deep.
Quick ball movement once again para dito sa Zamboanga, and they were able to locate a shooter on that corner.
26-11, 15-point lead now for Zamboanga. Pressure starting to kick in for the young guns of Palawan. Baldoria, Cristino, he'll try from deep. They'll stop the bleeding with that shot.
And one thing that remains the same, yung consistency from the outside. Itong si Jericho Cristino had a big game last time around. They faced 25 points from this guy.
And hopefully that'll be enough. This game, they have an extra chip on their shoulder. Three-pointers in a row for the Zamboanga Sikat.
And even with a hand in his face, Fernandez knocking another three-pointer and extending this lead to 15.
Just like that, lead is ballooned and double lead. The timeout is called by the Palawan Yurich Builders. They're down by a bunch. 2 minutes passing by in Chapter 2. (28-14). Zamboanga Sikat up huge. 14 to be exact. 2 minutes passing by in Chapter 2. Palawan a chance to answer back. Cristino hit a three-pointer a while ago. Nitura almost lost it. Nitura puts one up. That's gonna be short. Gamboa in transition. Gamboa rising up for a shot, gets fouled on his attack to the iron. 2 freebies coming up for Gab.
Gamboa from right to left, stepping on the gas, blowing by his primary defender. Let's take a look at this move again. Look at that, using his speed.
So far, Zamboanga outscoring Palawan 8-3 in this period. First one is good for Gamboa. Gab averages 10 points per game this season. Certainly a steady presence at the point guard spot for Coach Britt. Gab goes out of 2. 16-point gap, still in favor of the Zamboanga Sikat. But Gamboa getting called for the foul.
Gamboa a little too aggressive that time. Coach Vitri Roma telling him just to stay in front. Huwag mo nang balaki pang sumundot eh. Dahil yun nga, matatawagan ka lang ng foul and you're just gonna give itong Palawan more chances, more clock in their front court.
Stolen right here by Mendoza. Here comes Zamboanga. Counter steal by Kurt Velasquez. Palawan in transition. They send it outside. Reggie Ayon. No good in the shot. Rebound by Gamboa. Gab Gamboa in transition to the left corner. The attack by Mendoza. And that's slapped away by Palawan. Possession will stay with Zamboanga.
They had a wide open shooter on the other side of the floor talking about itong Zamboanga, but Yun nga, with the situation right now, they have that luxury.
Great play, Gamboa finding the open Singson for another alley-oop.
Knockout play right there para dito sa Zamboanga. And again, if you're playing basketball long enough, alam mo na no, pag nag-triangle formation dyan sa baseline inbound, meron at merong attempt for a quick two.
18-point lead. Cristino finally drawing a foul. 2 freebies will be given to him. Palawan finally could catch a lucky break.
And Cristino went on a fishing expedition that time around. Hindi rin niya magtulak no, yung defender niya doon. Good thing for him, nadiskartihan niya.
First one is good for Jericho Cristino. Two out of 2 for Cristino. Make that 9 points for him in this game, the most of all players so far. But still, they're down by 16. Fernandez inside. Shena, another extra pass. Won't end up in a bucket. Velasquez in transition. Cristino this time. Right side attack off the window. Won't fall. Rebound by Alejo. Players on the floor. Stolen by Nitura. Finds Velasquez inside. Short stab.
Tough angle to work with para dito kay Velasquez. Nonetheless, it's gonna be 2 points for them. And they're gonna take it.
Palawan, a little bit of a momentum right here. Let's see if they can build from it. Nevertheless, timeout called by Coach Britt. Over 5 minutes remaining in our first half. 30-18. Back to the action here at the Amoranto Sports Complex. 32-18, 14-point lead for Zamboanga. Fernandez to the left corner, back to Fernandez at the left wing. Back to the corner, baseline drive. Almost a steal, but Shena keeps it alive for Zamboanga. However, Velasquez completing the steal. Reggiani in transition gets, I was about to say gets blocked, but that's gonna be offensive, or rather that's goaltending for CJ Singson.
Great effort on the defensive end para dito sa Palawan, resulting to that goaltending call on the other end. Ganda rin naging adjustment nila defensively, going for that 1-2-2 zone defense.
Di Guzman in the game. Same with Muktimar. Muktimar on the right side. Opilio to Mendoza. Outside again. Opilio will fire one more time. I believe that's three-pointer number 3 for Renel Opilio.
Almost automatic para dito kay Opilio. Again, happy to see him develop that shot all throughout his years.
Cristino unable to answer back. Velasquez finds an open look, but no good for him. Nevertheless, 2 freebies coming up.
Well, we have to ask our stats guy. Bibilangin ba nila yun as an assist? Kung makapasok ng free throw itong si Velasquez. Sakto eh.
Exactly, that was a great pass. Velasquez first freebie is good. Under 4 minutes remaining in our second period. Second free throw. 1 out of 2 for Velasquez. Rebound Shena. Muktimar at the half-court line to the right side. Back to him, Muktimar, crossover move. He'll attack, drops it, Shena. Great play for the Zamboanga Sikat.
What a dime para dito kay Muktimar. Fooling everybody on that last attack of his.
Again, proving his worth to his teammates from CEU. Nitura outside spray, stolen by Norben Muktimar. Here he comes. What a pass! Hopilio basket and one. Zamboanga playing out of their minds.
They're just playing beautiful basketball here. If you look at them right now, they're just enjoying every second that they're on the floor. Pero sino na naman yung nagsimula nung play na yun? It was Muktimar leading the break para dito sa Zamboanga.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move. Renel Hopilio bonus freebie on its way. And yes, indeed, Norben Muktimar making wonders, making all sorts of beautiful things for the Zamboanga Sikat.
Yun nga yung na-mention natin, no? Makikita mo talaga mga nakangiti sila when they're playing itong Zamboanga ngayon. One guy also na alam ko talagang nakangiti ngayon, Coach Mark Dandan. Masayang masaya. Yung partner ko ang medyo...
Grabe ka naman, Coach. 39-21. Zamboanga again playing out of their minds, to simply put it. Over 2 minutes remaining. Basket and one. Borja able to stop the bleeding at least for a while. A chance to make it a three-point play.
Great post move mula dito kay Borja. Look at that. His defense was anticipating either a spin or an up and under move, pero ginamitan niya na ng katawan dun eh.
Bonus freebie. Makes it a three-point play. But still they're down by 15. That's still an issue at hand. Meanwhile, Borja getting called for a foul. That's Renel Hopilio again, finding his way to the free throw line.
A lot of problems right now para dito sa Palawan. You score a basket on the other end, pero quickly naman babawian ka nitong Zamboanga, not giving them any chance to recover and to catch their breath.
Lead is at 16. Second one on its way for Renel Hopilio. Under 2 minutes remaining. 2 out of 2 for him. Makes it a 17-point lead. Velasquez outside. The pick from Borja. Velasquez changing gears. Basket and one.
Good read para kay Velasquez. He was waiting really for that defense to shift and rotate from the weak side. But he saw that there was an opening in that baseline. That's why he took it strong to the hoop.
Pound for pound fitness foul counted move. Bonus freebie coming up for Velasquez. So far has 8 points if I'm not mistaken. Play will continue for Zamboanga. Shena to the right side, Hopilio. One more time.
And Hopilio is just the man on a mission right now. Ganda na nung nagiging adjustments defensively, and itong Palawan, they're trying to slow the offense down. All of a sudden, Hopilio will just knock down a three-pointer.
Under a minute remaining. Zamboanga just a lot of answers to whatever Palawan is bringing out to the table. Red Ryan will go to the line for 2 freebies.
It was a reversal of roles that time. 2 guards battling in the shaded area.
First one no good for Reggie. So far has only 4 points in this game. Looking to make his presence felt even more perhaps in our second half. 1 out of 2 for Reggie Ion. Still a 14-point lead. De Guzman inside pass. Outside to him again. Shena, Hopilio. Roma. Great passing for Zamboanga. That's tapped away by Lance Nitura. Nonetheless, possession will stay with them.
4 seconds left here. You would expect itong Zamboanga to make a quick attack.
Looks like Coach Brett De Roma isn't satisfied with that last sequence. But Nature Spring timeout called by him. 38.6 seconds remaining our first half. 44-28. We'll be back. Back to the action, 44-28. 38.6 seconds remaining in our first half. No more fouls to give for Zamboanga. They have this possession. Siena, no good. They get it back. But looks like Renel Hopelio stepped out of bounds. So possession will be going to the Palawan Yurich Builders.
And with the gesture of Coach Brett De Roma from the sidelines, mukhang hindi jump shot ang hinahanap niya. In that last attack, he was telling his boys to get a dribble more and take it closer to the hoop.
Palawan with a chance perhaps to end their second period in a good note. And finally, Kelzy Baldoria will find the bottom of the hoop.
Oh, you knew that he wanted that shot. Talagang hiningi niya sa teammate niya as they were setting up that horns play.
Lead is at 14. Meanwhile, disoriented possession in transition for Palawan. Meanwhile, Hopilio will fire. That's good! Buzzer beating three-pointer for Renel Hopilio.
You've got to be kidding me. Hopilio just casually taking that three-pointer.
Just another day in the office for Renel Hopilio as Zamboanga ending this first half with a 16-point lead, 47-31. We'll take another look. Again, Hopilio, effortless shot. All chords. Zamboanga up by 16. And we'll be back for more action. Once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Vice Mayor Gian Soto of Quezon City for hosting today's games. Maraming salamat.
Back to the action. And at the halftime, it's 47-31. 16-point lead for the Zamboanga Sikat. After that, Renel Hopilio buzzer beating three-pointer to end our second quarter. And so far, he's the man leading the charge for the Sikat with 16 big points. Followed by Norben Muktimar also doing a great job. And CJ Singson both with 8 points. And on the other side, not really a good outing for the Palawan Yurich Builders again, due to unforeseen circumstances. Nonetheless, for sure they're gonna put up a fight. At least will try their best to put up a fight in the next quarters.
Well, we talked about the outside shooting of Palawan in their first outing for the season, and ngayon nagkabaliktad. Ano? It is Zamboanga Sikat who's connecting from beyond the arc. 9 3-pointers out of 15 attempts para sa kanila. And what about the team play they're showing right now? 15 assists compared to the 7 of Palawan. The things really turning around para dito sa panig ng kupunan ni Coach Brit Reroma, taking advantage of the depleted lineup nitong Palawan Yurich Builders. But all is not lost. This is only a 16-point lead para sa Zamboanga Sikat. If Palawan can bring this lead down to a more manageable one dito sa ating second half, then we still have a ball game. And yun lang, one of the things na kailangan talagang gawin ng Palawan dito is to take care of that basketball more. 9 turnovers at nakasagot itong Zamboanga ng 16 points off of those errors nitong Palawan.
And again, you cannot commit many errors against a coach like Coach Brit Roma. You said it. Una pa lang, beginning pa lang ng game, Coach Melo, nakita na niya yung, kumbaga, situation eh. And again, he's a veteran. He knows what to do in just a simple, instant moment. Alam niya agad.
That's why he's been employing that full court pressure early on in this game. Gusto niya agad pagurin eh. Itong short-handed lineup na meron nga itong Palawan.
Right now, things favoring him, at least so far, as we start our third period. 16-point lead. Still in favor of Zamboanga. Gamboa in the game along with Peter de Guzman. Meanwhile, Reggie Ayon, early steal, early conversion.
Something that you want to see if you're Palawan. Ayon making things happen for his team. Yung mga ganong klaseng puntos, that's bonus and that's what they need.
Lead down to 14. Siena fades away. Unable to answer back. Rebound Borja.
And so far, that 1-2-2 zone defense working para dito sa panig ng Palawan.
Nitura, Borja, the fake. Outside spray. Nitura for 3. Won't work. Out of bounds. Possession back to the Sikat.
And I believe there's one guy who could take care of the scoring load para sa Palawan. That has to be Nitura. He's known to be a facilitator, pero before he assumed that role, alam natin na ano rin to eh, scorer din talaga eh. So this could be a perfect opportunity. Kumbaga eh, na buhayin yung kanyang scoring.
And by the way, that guy is very young. Played 16 and under last year for Bawan Cafe Uno. And then this year, playing 18 under and 21 under. That time, another 3-pointer for the Sikat.
Hopilio is just 1 point dito sa larong to. What a way for him na tumama yung kanyang mga tres.
Make that, I believe, 19 points already for Renel Hopilio.
And that's the power of the 3-pointers, no? Ganun-ganun lang.
Nitura puts one up. That's no good. Guess who has the rebound? Hopilio, forward pass.
Makikita mo na yung nature ni Nitura. No? Once he drives, ang hinahanap niya yung papasahan.
Again, we've said it. That was his assigned role. But in today's game, nothing goes as planned for Palawan. Velasquez grabs the board off that miss. Lead is at 17 again. Velasquez against Gamboa. The pick from Borja. Velasquez outside to Nitura again. Right side pass to Reggie Ayon. He attacks. Inside find. Kelsey Valdoria will finish.
Defense caught napping that time. Zamboanga responding with a 1-2-2 zone defense of their own, pero nahanapan ng paraan doon.
Siena tried to set it inside of Contaoy.
Had the right intention in mind, just that the execution was too strong para dito sa panig ng Zamboanga. But what about that pass underneath? Ayon making that play happen.
Again, if you're Coach Geoff Cleopas, you're happy to see those kinds of plays from your boys. But then again, we're still down by 15.
Totoo yan. You gotta be happy kasi nakikita mo dito ngayon gumagana sistema talaga eh. Diba? They're moving the ball around. They're not relying on a one-on-one plays.
Hopefully more of those as we see Kelsey Valdoria, 4-point swing for him.
Oh, Valdoria mixing his attack. Kanina nakapukol ng tres yan, but the last 2 offenses that he had, puro sa shaded area na.
Stolen by Palawan. The Builders coming out alive. Gamboa against Velasquez. Velasquez, the floater, no good from him. Gab Gamboa in transition. Gamboa, no good. Great defense from Cristino. Velasquez in transition. Looks like he'll step on the brakes. Velasquez dancing. The pick from Cristino. Changing gears. Outside pass. Ayon penetrates. Another outside spray. Baldoria. One more time for Kelsey Baldoria.
And it has been a Baldoria quarter so far. Taking over the scoring duties para dito sa Palawan. And don't look now, 10 na lang ang kanilang inahabol.
7 points in this quarter for Baldoria. 4 minutes rather passing by in our third period. What a quarter it has been. Meanwhile, Kelsey Baldoria on the floor.
And if you're looking at your monitors right now, yung mga nag-cheer doon, sa bandang itaas na parte ng bench nitong Palawan, sila yung mga dapat naglalaro eh. They are doing the role despite them not eligible to play for this game.
And that's what you love. Even though you're not in the game, they're looking for ways to contribute. But hopefully, it's nothing serious for Kelsey Baldoria.
No. He's been playing so well dito sa larong to. Let's take a look at what happened right there.
Seems to be against Lance Siena, if I'm not mistaken, yes.
Yeah, they were jockeying for position.
Not really clear on that angle. Looks like Kelsey Baldoria is all okay. So the next matter at hand is the call. Or what exactly happened in the first place.
Either it happened so fast na hindi natin nakita from that angle, or it could have happened from the other side.
There's no camera behind them, so no angle from that vantage point.
But for you to be able to go on the floor itong si Baldoria, that says something.
A super slow-mo replay right here. I believe Baldoria's body blocked whatever Lance Siena did to him.
And after the review, they're calling it an offensive foul.
But if you're Zamboanga, you'll take that.
No.
I mean, if you've seen our previous game, we saw a lot of unsportsmanlike fouls. We saw an ejection.
Totoo yan. Sabi ko nga kay Coach Rob, nakita ko, ina-ready mo na yung mga ampaw eh. Pero ngayon, puro incident report yung hawak. But again, another point in the paint of the execution para dito sa panig ng Palawan.
Coach Melo, just like that, Palawan only down by 8.
Oo. So we challenged them at the start of the third to bring this lead down to something manageable. Ito na nga yun.
It was as high as 18 points a while ago. Meanwhile, Norben Muktimar looking to ruin the fun. He'll fire for a 3. No good for him. Rebound, Cristino.
I'm not so sure about that shot from Muktimar. They didn't have the numbers that time.
Under 5 minutes remaining. Cristino. No good at the shot. They try to get it back. They do. That's gathered by Hopilio. Meanwhile, Muktimar. Outside spray. Great passing for Zamboanga. Hopilio. He'll try from deep. Yes, sir!
He is not yet done. Talking about Hopilio. Catch and shoot situation for him.
22 points for Renel Hopilio. Made that an 11-point lead for Zamboanga. It's back to double digits. Inside, outside, Velasquez slashes, finds a way off the window.
Good move, swing step para dito kay Velasquez. Once again, breaking the defense and finding a way to score.
Mendoza to the corner. Outside again, Muktimar. Uses the pick. Draws the foul. And right now we'll be turning it over to Daphne Cristobal for a report.
Full trust and green light was given for the Yurich Builders to take those shots. For Coach Joff, no hesitations in terms of offense. Meanwhile, for Sikat Zamboanga, they are expected to showcase more discipline. Coach Britt actually recognizes during that huddle how disciplined Palawan is, so they have to be able to double that amount of effort. Basic basketball nga ang paalala niya, makinig lang at intindihin. Join Coach Melo.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for that report. Under 4 minutes remaining, 55-44, 11-point lead for the Zamboanga Sikat. Again, Renel Hopilio ruining the fun for Palawan. Meanwhile, Nitura puts one up, that's no good. Rebound gathered right here by Norben Moctimar. Outside pass, they try from deep. Singson off the mark. Nitura, Velasquez this time. Nitura was asking for it. Regiayon will attack, drops it. Nitura will get it and will score.
When was the last time you saw Nitura being a recipient of those passes? Normally, he's the one doing it. Pero yun nga, talagang they're adjusting to the times kung yung kinakailangan.
Another bucket. That time it's Mendoza.
Bodies falling on that last attempt. Physicality starting to build up here in this game.
But Zamboanga remaining composed, maintaining that double-digit lead. Regiayon drops it to Nitura. Almost lost it. He'll fire. He won't knock that down. Rebound by Mendoza. Moctimar attacking. What a burst of speed coming from Norben Moctimar, drawing a foul. 2 freebies coming up for him.
Parehong-pareho yung style of play, no? Moctimar and Gamboa. They have that change of pace in them na talagang masastunt ka eh. And again, our officials will be reviewing this one. Take a look at if there's something else that happened there.
We're not exactly sure. Good thing we have this replay. Sportsmanlike foul will be called. That's on Hans Candido. Not the best decision for Palawan.
That could be a momentum killer para dito sa panic ng Palawan.
That's 2 free throws and 1 more possession for Zamboanga. First one is good for Moctimar. Already has 11 in this game. Make that 12.
Definitely a big blow para dito sa panig ng Palawan. They were able to cut the lead down to as low as 8. Pero ito ngayon, Zamboanga trying to weather the storm.
Roma back in the game. Fighting a teammate to the right side. Roma, Singson. Roma again. He'll try from deep, but he'll miss.
An air ball para dito sa Sikat Zamboanga. Coach Britt Roma telling his boys, move on to the next play. Let's get back on defense.
And couldn't argue with that. Zamboanga with a 13-point lead nevertheless. Velasquez finding an opening. Coach Britt Roma not happy.
One of the smallest guys on the roster nitong Palawan, breaking down the defense of Zamboanga and scoring at will ang nangyayari. But the 3 is just really falling para dito sa Zamboanga.
Peter de Guzman and the rest actually of the Sikat feeling it from downtown. Great defense that time from Zamboanga. Another chance for them in offense. Again, they have been feeling it. Roma to the corner. Another try from deep. No good. They get it back. Outside spray. De Guzman. Roma. Corner pass. Great ball movement. The Roma has it. De Guzman, one more try from deep. No good. Another offensive board for the Sikat. That's no good coming from Alejo.
But that's gotta be tiring for Palawan, ano? Allowing multiple possessions. And in each time, you were scrambling and diving for the loose ball. Kaya ma-imagine mo lang gaano yung naibabawas dun sa energy nila.
Palawan now. Will that affect their offense? Talking about the energy spent on defending. Borja turns the ball over back to Zamboanga.
Borja just got inserted back here in the game. Medyo malamig pa.
Zamboanga potentially ending this period with a very comfortable cushion. The Roma at the left wing finds De Guzman. Outside, back to the Roma. He'll attack. He'll drop it. Outside again. De Guzman gets called for a traveling violation.
And although itong Zamboanga has been missing and making turnovers, what's important is nasusulit nila yung shot clock. Diba? They're trying to shoot below the 6-second mark. Kaya napapagod talaga nila ngayon yung depensa nitong Palawan. Kumbaga sa boxing, pa-jab-jab eh. Nakakapagod eh.
Velasquez, another short stab against much bigger defenders in front of him. 9 seconds. No good. And that's it for our first 3 quarters. Palawan still down by a bunch, but could be worse. Compared to the other quarters, a 12-point lead for Zamboanga. It's not really the end of the world for the Palawan Yurich Builders. Nonetheless, we'll head into our 4th quarter in just a bit, and we'll be back for more action. Once again, this is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL D-League. Back to the action here for the start of the 4th and final period. 62 to 50, 12-point lead for the Zamboanga Sikat. But again, compared to the other periods, and there's still 1 more quarter left, I'm sure this is pretty manageable for the Palawan Yurich Builders if they do things right.
Well, all things considered, this has been a good 3rd quarter for Palawan, outscoring itong Zamboanga by 4. Pero yung outside shooting that really kept Zamboanga afloat.
Let's see what Zamboanga has up their sleeves. That was a great find, but Alejo just couldn't finish. Palawan, a chance to cut the lead. Just double digits. Cristino in and out of that shot.
Oh, this is one guy that I want to see to have more touches. Itong si Jericho Cristino.
Gamboa inside to De Guzman. Gamboa again. Back to De Guzman. De Guzman back to Gamboa. He'll try from deep. And he won't hit. Minute passing by in our final chapter. Still no field goal for both teams in this period. Cristino almost lost it. Wait a minute, there's gonna be a stoppage of the play.
Is that Borja on the floor right now? Sila ni Gamboa yung nagkabanggaan dun off the switch coming off that ball screen.
Not sure yet what exactly happened. But a foul will be called on Gamboa.
Oh. That was a hit from a much smaller Gamboa. I'm not so sure though kung intentional kasi wala namang vision eh.
So let's see what our officials' verdict will be. Perhaps this is going to be a much better angle.
Nagkaroon ng mix-up on that double ball screen action eh. Gamboa was forced to switch against a much taller Borja.
So the same angle, rather a different angle. So again, just like what you said, Coach Melo, there was no vision. But again, that's going to be up to our officials. If he really didn't have any vision. It looks like he did have vision. As more like foul will be called on Gab Gamboa. This might be a momentum shifting opportunity for the Palawan Yurich builders.
It's not something you see every day. A small guy putting down a much bigger player. And a good thing naman din dito kay Borja. No? He was smart enough not to retaliate.
Smart enough to sink the free throw. Second one on its way. And they can definitely retaliate through different methods, such as going 2 out of 2 from the line and scoring a bucket in this possession.
Sabi nga eh, let your game speak.
Exactly. Another one for Palawan. Ladies at 10, they can cut it to single digits. Cristino, much needed 3-pointer for Palawan.
What I tell you, they need to go more to this guy. But one thing na talagang ma-amaze ka, no? That is the same play that Zamboanga's running. Yung Iverson going off that elevator, pero effective pa rin eh.
Mind games just being played by Coach Joff and Coach Britt.
Oo eh. Parehong playbook ang ginagamit eh.
Also two great high school coaches. 2 minutes passing by an hour quarter. Itura outside spray. No one is there to pick up Baldoria. But he won't sink that three. Moctimar fighting for that rebound. Sends it to the corner, back to him. Moctimar. Mendoza. Back to Moctimar. The attack sends it out. What a shot there by Renel Hopilio, ruining the fun.
Renel Hupilio. What about this guy? Pang ilan na yan? Already has about 25 points dito sa larong to.
Borja, no good at the shot.
Swarming defense right there for Zamboanga.
Just like that, Zamboanga put themselves up by 10 again. And not only are they lighting it up from offense, they're also doing work on defense.
If you're Palawan, you gotta put some handcuffs dito kay Hupilio. Walang balak magmintis eh.
I mean, with the way he's playing, Coach Melo, kahit handcuffs natin, di makakapigil dito eh. Moctimar has it for Zamboanga. Outside pass. Stolen by Lance Nitura. In transition, 2-on-2 situation. Nitura no good on the reverse.
Kinapos yung layup na yun itong si Nitura, but it was actually a good move for him.
Siena will fire. Good on the baseline jumper.
Hindi masakit eh, yung mga papiso-piso on those short corners. And just like that, 12 na muli itong kalamangan na Zamboanga.
Again, just when Palawan thought they had a thing going on, Zamboanga quickly ruins the fun. And just like what you said, Coach Melo, ganun-ganun lang, 12 points ulit ang lamang. And we'll be back for more action after this Nature Spring timeout. Back to the action here after a Nature Spring timeout. 67-55. Again, just like that, Zamboanga up by 12 once again after a couple of shots. And Palawan again thought they had a good run, thought they had something going on. But Zamboanga, just like always, another day in the office for them in ruining the fun of their opponents.
But imagine if Renel Hopilio isn't draining his threes. Ibang storya itong laron to eh. Diba? Talagang ang ganda ng timing.
So here comes Palawan. Looks like they have recalibrated offense. Again, they're down by 12. Cristina will fire. No good. They get it back though. Velasquez. Outside spray. Valdoria. The bump. Puts one up. No good off the window.
Makikita mo na rin yung pagod eh. Tumatama na para dito sa panig ng Palawan. Those are shots that they normally make.
Moctemor puts one up. No good. Another chance for Palawan. As 4 minutes passing by in our final period. Nitura settles for a jumper. Still won't work for Palawan.
They got the shot that they wanted. Talking about itong Palawan, an open jumper for Nitura.
Definitely fatigue is starting to kick in for the Yurich Builders. Meanwhile, the passing from Zamboanga, Muktimar hitting that three-point bomb.
At the start of the second half, that was really their game plan. Talking about Zamboanga, they're gonna move that ball around and try and tire out the defense of Palawan. At yun ang nga nangyayari dito.
Meanwhile, Shena gets called for a foul. 3 freebies will be given. The Reggie Ayon, perhaps, or rather that's Jericho Cristino, so not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Oo. And Coach Vitri Roma telling Shena right now na alam mo nang si Cristino yun eh. Diba, no help ka na. And that's a result dahil nga napa-overhelp itong si Shena. He was late for that closeout.
Cristino, 2 out of 2 so far. Third one on its way. 3 out of 3 just like that for Jericho Cristino. 12-point lead still for Zamboanga. Mendoza. Moctemor this time. De Guzman asking for it. He gets it. Lance Shena outside again. De Guzman. Mendoza at the elbow. Hands it off. Shena will fire for 3. That's a rare three-pointer for Lance Shena. Nevertheless, it goes in.
And that was a challenge shot para dito kay Shena. Happened right in front of us. Kitang-kita mo na buo yung kumpiyansa niya when he took that shot.
And you know, he gave up 3 points. And then he proceeded to take back those said 3 points. 15-point lead again for the Zamboanga Sikat. Meanwhile, Velasquez. Basket and 1 for Kurt Velasquez. As so far he has been the lone bright spot for, actually same with Jericho Cristino.
And Velasquez that time around going for a spin cycle move. One thing that impressed me in this game is yun nga, lumabas yung laro nitong si Velasquez. One of the guys na kayang tumahi ng depensa and also an able finisher.
So lead is back to 12. Shena. No good at time. Could have been big for Zamboanga. Nevertheless, fast break opportunity. Another try from deep. Baldoria will miss. Moctemor running the race. Steps on the brakes. De Guzman outside. Inside again, Mendoza. Swiped away by Ayon. Reggie Ayon, the pickup. But foul will be called on De Guzman.
And again, this is where fatigue comes in for Palawan. Even their judgment on the floor medyo naapektuhan. You know, earlier in the early parts of the game, they're gonna give that forward pass or those extra passes. Pero yun nga, on the last sequence, medyo pinilit na yung tira.
So Ayon will shoot 2 from the line. A chance actually for them to cut the lead to just 10. It's gonna be much needed freebies as time is slowly running out for them. Under 4 minutes remaining in our final quarter. First one for Reggie Ayon. He makes it. Second one on its way. He'll miss the second one. Again, much needed freebies for Palawan.
One of the guys na medyo na-miss din nila ngayon, no? Itong si Ayon, averaging 16 points. But right now, only has 7.
Meanwhile, Ayon able to get a steal but unable to convert. Velasquez for 3. Still not falling for the Builders.
That would have been big if that Velasquez 3 went in.
So Gamboa comes in for Muktimar. And that's more bad news on the side of Palawan.
Mabilis na, lalo pang bibilis eh. Itong Zamboanga with the re-entry of Gamboa.
Speaking of Gamboa, finds Mendoza. Back to Gab. With the right side, 4-3. No good. Rebound Candido. Velasquez brings the basketball down. He has the leather. The pick from Candido. The blitz successful for Zamboanga. Coach Brett calls a timeout right here. They're up 11, 73-62 under 3 minutes remaining in our fourth and final period. Back to the action here. 11-point lead for the Zamboanga Sikat. Slowly but surely, they're finding light at the end of the tunnel. But if you're Palawan, again, pressure starting to slowly kick in.
Whatever the result of this game is, for if you're Palawan, nothing to be ashamed of. Only 7 guys in that rotation, but still managed to keep themselves in the thick of things. And para naman sa Zamboanga, yung kanilang outside shooting talaga really remarkable in this game.
Nothing you could do against Zamboanga. The confidence is there, everything is there. Wait a minute, there seems to be something going on in the court right now. We take another look. So freebies will be given to Reggie Ayon as Zamboanga now in the penalty situation. Again, that's one angle Palawan could look into. First one is good for Reggie.
If you're Zamboanga, you're not yet out of the woods, only a 10-point lead. Anything can happen here.
Gets it to go. Single-digit game. But Zamboanga, if they play this right, the game is theirs. De Guzman, Gamboa at the logo. He calls up a play. Gamboa, nowhere to go. Outside of Mendoza. Back to Gab. Last 2 minutes presented to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Mendoza unable to hit the 3. Here goes Palawan. Under 2 minutes remaining. Again, it's a single-digit game. Nitura has it. Cristino. Back to Lance. Nitura outside pass. No good from Velasquez.
Good patient execution para dito sa Palawan. Got an open 3. Pero mapapansin mo, halos wala ng legs yung tira eh, no? That was flat.
And again, fatigue was almost inevitable, at least for the situation of the Palawan Yurich Builders this game. Playing only 7 players against a stacked and complete Zamboanga Sikat squad.
Pero makikita mo sa body language ng Palawan, alam mo hindi sila nagpapatalo dun sa pagod eh.
Just like that, great defense from Palawan. Then again, offense will be their problem.
It's gonna be a crucial timeout to, no? They really need to make a basket here.
Again, they're only down single digits, 9 points to be exact. A minute and 23 remaining in the fourth. We'll be back for more action. Back to the action here. 73-64 again. Single digit game. Still in favor of Zamboanga, but Palawan can still make things happen. Nitura outside. He's up against De Guzman. To the right side, Cristino. Quick fire. That's good.
That was the same play that they ran earlier. Something that Zamboanga could have anticipated. Pero yun nga, yung execution and yung misdirection was on point.
Meanwhile, Palawan blitzing everybody who touches the basketball.
Gotta admire the heart of this Palawan team. And they had that last foul to give.
So it's only a 6-point game. Anything could still happen.
That was a tough angle to work with para kay Cristino. Medyo siya pa nga yung tumama dun sa screen eh. Great effort to regain that balance.
They will need more from him and from the rest of the Palawan Yurich Builders. Moctimar almost lost it, will continue to do so. Meanwhile, Cristino, he won't finish. But a foul will be called on Siena.
That was a hard fall.
That's gonna be big. 2 freebies will be given to Palawan.
What did I tell you? This is not yet a safe lead for Zamboanga and ayun no, napahawak. No intention to hurt at all.
Definitely no intention, but again, you have to pay the price. And if all things go according to plan, 2 freebies will be given. I believe that's Reggie Ion on the floor.
But if our officials see that there's some action that will merit an unsportsmanlike foul, this is gonna be big, a game changer indeed. Because it's gonna mean 2 free throws in ball possession.
Again, both teams no more fouls to give in this situation.
But what about that layup prior to that? Di ba? Libre na eh, pero yun nga, wala ka nang mahihingi. Only 7 players in the rotation. Able to force a stop. Doon na nga, doon na papasok talaga yung bigat ng legs. If ganito na yung load na naramdaman mo all throughout the game.
I mean, could you blame him? Talking about Cristino, has 18 points, same with Velasquez. Hit that big-time three-pointer prior to that sorry miss. And if you're Coach Joff, you're gonna ask for more coming from your
Oo,
player.
eh. Hindi na technical side yung pag-uusapan niya. It's about really the heart, the effort, the desire to win itong kanyang mga players.
But even though if it's not a sportsmanlike foul, they still get 2 freebies.
Oo eh.
So that's what's important.
Huge opportunity to cut the lead down para dito sa Palawan.
So free throws will be given to Reggie Ayon, a chance to get the 2 points in another way. After a sorry miss again from Jericho Cristino. But again, that's a different challenge. Free throw number 1 for Reggie Ayon. First one is good.
Steady as ever itong si Reggie Ayon. Again, he's playing below his averages but still has the chance to step up, and he does.
Palawan gets the 2 points nevertheless. Implementing a full court press. Shannon receives it. And they decide to foul, talking about the Palawan Yurich Builders. So they'll put Shannon on the free throw line. So Lance Shannon could give his team a slightly comfortable cushion. First one. He'll make it.
Pressure not a problem para dito kay Shena. Sabi nga niya, yung tough three-pointer nga na fall away na isushoot ko, ito pa kayang walang bantay.
Right, that's a 5-point lead. It's 2-possession game. It's gonna be difficult for Palawan if it goes at 6 points, and he does. Let's see what Palawan has up their sleeve. Velasquez. Cristino tries to pop out, but it's Nitura finding an opening, and he'll send it home.
Exactly what they wanted. Talking about Palawan, Velasquez with that drive to break down the defense.
What a shot that time from Lance Nitura. You have to see it one more
Oh,
time.
grabe. Oh, that was a high arcing three. Well challenged.
We have to give our flowers to Coach Job Cleopas for writing up that play. Good job for Nitura stepping up, obviously.
Oo.
Everybody anticipated Cristino to shoot it.
And yung mga ganitong review situations definitely working in favor of Palawan. Gives them enough time to get a quick breather.
Again, we take another look. We're talking about if his foot was on the line. I'm sure it wasn't. Or at least I thought it wasn't. But let's wait for our officials. So our officials clarifying if it's indeed a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer. Hard to tell from this angle, but so yes, it is indeed a 3-pointer. Meanwhile, turnover for the Zamboanga Sikat.
And it is now the turn of Zamboanga to ask for a replay. They want to make sure kung sino ba talaga ang last touch.
What just happened in this game? We'll take another look. Great defensive efforts. 3 players trying to swarm Norbin Moctimor. Nonetheless, timeout is called. 33 seconds remaining. We'll be back for more action. Back to the action here, 75-71. 4-point lead for Zamboanga. Palawan having possession. Cristino fadeaway three. No good. Nitura gets it back. Puts it in. One possession game.
And what did I tell you about Nitura? He used to be a scorer and ngayon seems to be finding the groove.
Popilio. Shena still has time. Let's see what Palawan will do. De Guzman. Popilio again. Gamboa. No foul for Palawan. Finally, Lance Nitura fouling intentionally.
There was no need to foul. If you're Palawan, shot clock was already winding down and they would still have at least 6 seconds left.
And you don't want to send that guy to the free throw line.
Oh, the last guy you want to see taking free throws right now.
Palawan must be hoping that he'll miss that second one. That's going to be improbable. Second one on its way. Renel Hopilio. Oh, he'll miss it. And an offensive rebound by Mendoza. That's another intentional foul, but wait a minute. Heat being generated by Gamboa. And I believe he was talking to Kelsey Baldoria.
Totally unnecessary.
Again, what just happened right there? Safe to say we're in the playoffs.
Emotions running high, but these players need to remember that there is a game 2 no matter what. And the last thing you want to happen is to be suspended.
So the intentional foul from Velasquez and Baldoria. So I believe Mendoza got hit on the face. And that started things. And Gamboa joining in the scuffle.
And even Ion, all these guys just coming to the rescue for their teammates. Pero yun nga, this is not the point no, na for things to escalate dahil kakailanganin talaga natin ng especially for Zamboanga. Kakailanganin nila ng full lineup in game 2. Just imagine Palawan. 7 player lang yun, but they were able to keep this game close.
So no matter their result, I mean, you gotta give them their flowers.
Oo.
But again, this is a crucial moment. Let's see what the officials have to say about it. Gamboa really getting heated up during that sequence. Mendoza tried to stop him, but I believe it was too little too late.
As always, cooler heads will prevail.
Still no final decision. But again, Palawan's only down by 3 points, a single possession game. However, Zamboanga will be taking 2 free throws if this is only a regular foul. .1 seconds remaining. Our officials finally have a final verdict. We'll wait for the final announcement of our game announcer.
Definitely a lot of calls right there. At least I saw 4 calls. being handed out.
And what intense activity being presented here during the last 9 seconds of our game. But right now, Gamboa walking out of the venue. I believe he is aware of the call, of the possible call at least, to say.
Let's take a look at this play once again. Palawan trying to trap itong si Mendoza on the corner, and itong action na to, this started it all. Gamboa stepping into the play. Ayon.
Our officials thoroughly reviewing, or not reviewing actually, I believe they're already communicating their final couple of calls to our game announcer.
Just some clarifications being made here.
Even our game announcer got confused. So safe to say we are in the playoffs. 9 seconds can turn into 5 minutes. That guy as well was involved in that scuffle, talking about Reggie Ayon. So let's see if what the call is.
For review, it's a foul on number 12, Kelsey Caldoya. That's his third personal foul. 2 free throws for students of Zamboanga, penalty. Double technical foul on number 24 of students of Zamboanga, Gamboa. Technical foul on number 2 of Palawan Yurich Builders, Reggie Ayon. Shooting 2 free throws. Gina Mendoza.
Wait a minute, I think there's still clarifications for our officials. So he did not see that Gab Gamboa is out of the game. But that's still yet to be clarified. Right now at the line, one thing's for sure, Mendoza will take freebies. And he's not necessarily a three-point shooter.
That's the second infraction for number 24 of students of Zamboanga, Gamboa. Gamboa is off of the point.
And there you go.
That's big.
That's confirmed.
Oo. And he knew it right away, no? Dahil on his own, lumabas na siya eh. The question is, yun nga, syempre, if you're Zamboanga right now, ang iniiwasan mo dito is for suspensions to be meted out.
Yeah, that's one thing. In the bigger picture, that'll cost them. But this time, Zamboanga makes it a two-possession game. But still, anything could happen. If you saw what Palawan did a couple of plays ago. 2 out of 2 for Mendoza, not disappointing. 4-point lead. Palawan fumbling that last chance.
One thing's for sure, game 2 is gonna be interesting.
Then again, even though Palawan will lose this game, you gotta give your props to them. Playing with 7 players, you know, you had one last final run to near the score, to near the gap. And, you know, even though Zamboanga got this win, you gotta give your flowers to Palawan. Nonetheless, you're right, Coach Melo. Game 2 will be something else, I'm sure. Our final score, 80-73, 7-point win in Game 1 for the Zamboanga Sikat.
Hats off to Coach Britt Roma for the in-game adjustments that he did. Diba, talagang he was able to take advantage of the full lineup that he has.
And our final score again, 80-73. That's right, Coach Melo. Coach Britt Roma, to simply put it, just a cerebral coach. Knew the cards he had knew how to deal them, and right now leading his squad into a W. And of course, a lot of standouts in that game. But right now, coming up, our final game of the day, Rosario Batangas ICC Blue Hawks will go up against the Quezon Junior Huskers. So tune into that, another playoff game on our way in a while. But again, going back to the game, a lot of contributors for the Zamboanga Sikat. I believe safe to say Renel Hopilio stood out the most at 26 points. Shot a lot of shots from deep, just put the lights out, to simply put it. And let's not forget Norbin Moktimor had 17, Nance Chen had 14. So everybody really did their work, but now let's turn it over to Daphne Cristobal for our Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances Player of the Game.
"26 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists para sa ating Extreme Player of the Game. Congratulations, Ronel Hopilio. It was an intense game. Emotions were really piling up. Paano kayo naging composed all throughout this game to ensure game number 1?
Nagtiwala lang kami sa isa't isa for 4 na quarters and sinunod na namin yung mga sinasabi ni Coach Britt. Yun lang.
Ronel, meron ka bang gusto pasalamatan or bigyan ng shoutout ngayon?
Binabati ko yung family ko sa Iloilo, sila mama, papa, tsaka si kuya, tsaka si manay. Tsaka yung sa Elite Love family ko.
Once again, congratulations to you and for Team Sikat Zamboanga. At syempre magpasalamat din po tayo sa Don Benitos for providing our player of the game this Filipino delicacy. Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasava. Back to you guys.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.